Hi, this is Tracy from GiftBasketAppeal, and I received this snowman in Happy Mail. So I'm going to be taking this image and we're going to turn it into a really cute winter card. So let's get started. So many of you had requested me showing you how I color my images in, and my images aren't really like that fancy, but I'm going to take you through the process of how I would color this in. I'm going to be using my Tombow markers, but I'm going to use like this kind of a green color with these blues. I think this will look really cute together. I'm also going to use the black because I want to kind of darken up some of the areas around here. To me, those aren't as outlined as I want them to be. So my coloring is not perfect. I just like to have fun with it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is color in that little carrot nose on my snowman. Just make it fun. I'm going to start out with this lighter blue also. For some reason the blue and green really have me this year. I'm just going to go around here with it. The nice thing about the Tombows is that you can just kind of shade everything in. So let's say we want to do that, and then on the scarf, I want the scarf to have some blue in it also. It's got stripes. I'm going to do the stripes in that green color. I'm just kind of mixing it up. And I'm just going around the edges here where it would be. It already, on this image, the nice thing about it is it already has the pieces darkened in where you would have your shading. And so I want this to be a striped blue and green scarf. Okay, let's see if any other areas that I can color in the blue. Let's see, so we got that. Right around here would be blue as well. And I'm going to do even more shading with my black marker. And I'm going to save that till the end. Okay, so let's go ahead in with the green now. I just like the way this blue and green go together on here. And I have another couple of images that I worked on that I'll show you later. So you see that? I want that to be even darker, so I'm going to take my black and go in with that. So right now, let me just go in here, shade that in. Just basically having fun with this. Okay, so that's what we have so far. Let's go ahead and I'm going to get a kind of a light brown to do this little branch here. I like this fine point. This is a tip I usually use all the time, was the fine point. It just allows me to go in on some of these smaller images here. Okay, and then let's go ahead now. So you see nothing really fancy. Let's go ahead and use our black now. And so right along the face here, right in here, I'm just dotting it. I'm not really coloring like. To me, it's just easier for me to get in there in some of these little spaces here if I do dots. And that's just me. Just trying to make this really stand out. Like right along the hat here, where it folds over. Would be a little bit darker, right? And this is just my way of doing it. Everybody has their way. You just have to find your way, basically. Right along here. Right along here has some shading in it too. Just doing a little bit, not too much. Just so it stands out a little bit more. Just some shading over here. Okay, so now right in here too, along the scarf, there's some things happening. Just a little bit here. Make that scarf stand out. So I'm not really doing much, but I'm just adding enough just to kind of show you. And the image is doing a lot for it anyway. It's a great image. But I really need to darken up those spots there. Right along the stick here. Just going just along the edge, just a little bit. And then right around here. And then I'm just darkening up the outline on that. Just so that it looks more vibrant. So if you ever stamp out an image and it's not as vibrant, you could always take your black marker and just do a little shading in there. Okay, so I'm just thinking about the places that would have shading. That's basically it. Okay, and there's just a little bit along here. So you see how that makes a difference compared to this side and the other side here? Just that little bit goes a long way. Only along where the scarf is. And to me, coloring is very therapeutic, so I'm really loving this. So anywhere there's this little scarf there, I'm just outlining it to make it stand out. And right along his chin here. Now you got an image for your card. And so to me, it's just easier for me to do the dots. It's just me. Going on the eyes a little bit more. And maybe just along here might be a little bit of a shadow. So don't be afraid to experiment when you're doing this. And I just learned by just trying out different things. Okay, so that's what we have so far. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull some papers that I had in my stash. because you could always use something from your stash. And so I always have black, always got white. This polka dot paper, even though it's light, I can still use it. I'm going to put it up against this right here and give it a little outline. And so that'll look real fun and cute. Notice I'm not matching it perfectly with my snowman. So it doesn't have to match perfect, unless you want it to. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of cut this out, maybe right around there. If you want to use your paper slicer, you can. If you want to just eyeball it, you can do that too, which is what I'm doing right now. So I'm going to just make a little frame around it. Put it right about there. Right about there. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, so we got a nice little frame for this. So this card can come together pretty quickly, depending on what you want to do with it. Okay, I'm going to actually put this on here. And we'll just add this on here. Okay, now look how cute that looks now. So everything is kind of to the center of your artwork. Let's just put that down on there too. So even if you have those images, you can always turn them into a card. I'm just putting this on the black cardstock to give it a nice background. Look at that. And then put it on the white just like that. So you see how quickly this comes together. That down on my card base, and I need some sparkly stuff on this card, right? So I'm going to put a sequin on the snowman's stick, right on the branch there. Look how adorable that looks. And we can have one on the ground here too. As if it fell off, right? So you're just creating your own thing here. And look how pretty that is. Even without having to tie in all the colors on there, I think this ribbon would look nice too on here somewhere. Let's see what this looks like. Pretty green ribbon. So this is where you can use some of that thin ribbon. You might not know what you're going to do with it. But I'm going to add some glue dots to this. Use some really tiny glue dots. These things are really sticky. As small as they are very sticky. Let's see if they'll stick for me now. Yeah, these are pretty sticky on here. So these are just some really teensy weensy glue dots. And we put that on, and let's see, I have some washi tape, I believe. Some really tiny washi tape in that blue color. Let's see if I can tie this in. Let's see. Now this is just washi tape I've had in my stash, and I need to use it. So I'm going to add like a little border, just something right, maybe right there. Let's see. Maybe right along here. Just a little border there. And if you want to cut it neatly, you can, but I like it like that. See, now if I want to just keep creating stripes, I can just keep pulling off and adding. I want some more sequins. I'll put one right here, right at the end there. So now you just took a simple image, real cute simple image of a snowman, and now you turned it into a full-fledged card, right? Put another one there. And I'm going to show you one other thing you can do to enhance your card. Now let's put another one. I need something else somewhere. Another little sequin. I'm going to put one down here. I don't want them to be even, like all, you know, lined up. Okay, so now I can take this right here and I can do like something that looks like snow. These are the crystal stickles, and I can just put just a little bit right along here. Now you have to let this stuff dry just to create the illusion of snow. Just right along there, and maybe some like right on there so it's shiny, maybe a little bit on the nose there. And notice it doesn't take away the color. You're just adding something to your card, and maybe right up here, right? On top of the hat. That's what I love about this stuff. It's just, it doesn't take away from the color. So maybe some snow around here to make it look like it's layered, right? Look how adorable that looks. And if I want, I can do little drops of snow here. Just little drops. This is how snow would normally work, right? It's just wherever, kind of random. Now you kind of built an entire picture around that one image, a whole scene there. And let me show you the other ones that I did do. Here's one with a red sheer ribbon on it. Super cute. I just matched this up differently. Wherever there's green, so it's just kind of the opposites. But look how adorable that looks. So you can make a bunch of these cards. Let me show you the other one. I did an orange, the orange and brown combination with the polka dots. And this polka dot paper I got at Ollies like last summer. So I added a star in there. Absolutely adorable. So you can make a ton of these cards. Get some of those images out, stamp them out, and just start coloring them and just having fun with them. So I hope this inspired you to get those markers out and start coloring, experiment with it. You can cut it down to size, stamp them out, cut them down to size. If you don't want a fussy cut, you could add layers to your card, like on these. I added the layers, popped it up, so that way you don't have to fussy cut if you don't want to. And so you can make some really quick and easy cards. So I hope this inspired you. Give this video a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed yet, I would love to have you be a part of our crafty family. And I'll see you real soon. Bye.